James.
Oh, thanks, Bruce, for having me.
Talk show?
Yeah, it is. So basically what I did is I spent a little time and I went through and I try and pick some of my favorite open house moments to represent everything.
What about the community? They helped you too, right?
So I asked the community for help.
Uh-oh.
And what I got was mostly just people shouting out, I like when Lauren smiles, or I like when this.
That, yeah.
I like that time Bruce farted.
I like
and I was
that
like,
too.
I have no idea where that is because we've done like 50 episodes of Open House. But there were a couple moments that stood out to me.
All right.
And so I, with the community's help, made a list of some of my favorite questions, our favorite questions from throughout the year.
Okay.
Next question from Kevin's McGurgan. You are now Batman villains. What are your names, gimmicks, and backstories? Oh boy.
It didn't start with an if, so I picked it.
So what are your names, gimmicks, and backstories? I will be the glass eye. And my superpower is that I can see for hundreds of miles, and I also have x-ray vision.
What does it have to do with you, Bruce Green?
What? No, he just wants to be a villain.
Names,
just
gimmicks,
pick
and
the
backstories. So I can see for hundreds of miles, I have x-ray vision, and I usually camp out my van next to schools. Joel,
So you can read the blackboard.
what kind of villain? So I can read the blackboard and see what they're writing and learn.
That inspires me.
Okay.
I would be the candy man.
Uh-huh.
My parents never loved me enough, so I try to find love through other children.
Right.
So I get inside my van. And I wait outside, usually.
Outside schools.
You guys are
no.
turning into quite a duo.
Private
team
school.
name.
Candyman and the glass eye.
Oh no, we're always at odds.
Joel, do you have one?
Yeah, I would be the Freedong fighter.
Okay.
Dong fighter?
Yeah,
You have a trench coat, you go to parks, and you free your dong. Were you gonna say all that and I ruined it for you?
Nailed it. James.
Yeah.
And James, what would you be?
I'd be the glitch. I ruin Batman's computer games.
It's hot in here. I'm hot.
Team Rectum.
So this was at a time in my life when I was making jokes about pedophilia.
Yeah, that was kind of your thing.
That was my thing. That's what I used to do all the time, and now I don't do it.
We do that thing where we, one of us will lead off with a joke. And we usually, this is called improv, by the way.
Yeah.
John knows a thing about it.
Shut up, John!
I should cancel that. Anyway, so I think a lot of people always ask, like, oh, how do you write your jokes? That's what you see is what you get.
Yeah.
It's not that funny.
You just follow Bruce's lead once he starts talking about pedophilia, sex offenders.
I think when I'm dead, long, maybe not long for now, who knows? I think I'll forever be remembered for bars and tone, for adding that little.
That joke.
I
love that bars and tone.
Yeah.
I think that's my contribution to Funhouse.
James, what's the next one?
The next one is a different point in Bruce's comedic life.
Oh no! Why are these all about me?
These are funny.
I'm not funny.
This is kind of a trend too. Bruce describes things that in his mind are cool.
No, I never thought this was cool.
Oh, yeah.
I know exactly what
Utterly
this is. I never thought this was cool.
uncool.
I never thought
Utterly
this was cool.
uncool.
Oh, this is one of my favorites.
All right, next question from
I'm not going to prison.
Game Boy FPHXT. Hey guys, prom's coming up for this year. I want to show my girlfriend the time of her life. Any suggestions?
Go down on her.
Oh god. Joel, we're supposed to put stuff in here that we can use.
You can use that.
All right,
You can use that.
I'll give you a suggestion. First of all, get your dad's '99 Mustang. It's a
That's
red
a
one.
good year. You're
It's a
assuming
red
a
one.
lot right
Hold
now.
on a minute. That's the rest of more of this plan. Get your dad's '99 Mustang. Learn how to drive a stick because you don't know how to drive a stick. Learn how to drive a stick. Then drive the Mustang to her house. Take her to Burger King. Then you take her to the prom. Boom. You might kiss her at the end of it.
Did you go to Burger King for your prom?
No.
A 1998 Mustang.
Well, then why are you suggesting
was
this
a
kid who in 2015 is going to a prom
Yeah, I know.
to get a 99?
Because it's the
That's an
coolest
old-
car in the world.
That's an old beater.
98 Mustang is not the coolest
That's
car
a
in the
beater.
world, Bruce, by far.
My
they
school
were
didn't
totally
have a prom.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
What'd you do?
They had a...
that's
Racist.
accurate.
Racist.
We should see how much we can bleep out.
Oh man. That's a good idea, actually.
I'm with Joel. Go down on it.
All right, so what did you say when you bleeped it? I'm really curious. I don't remember.
You don't remember what I
do not
said?
remember. What do you remember what he said?
I for some reason I thought it was something racist because we rarely bleep anything.
What did you say?
I mean, it kind of was.
Say it out loud.
I said they had a.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
We don't even bleep that anymore.
That's pretty funny, actually.
Well, I bleep things that are. It's funnier with the bleep.
Yeah, that's true.
because
That's
then
pretty
you think
funny.
about it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Keep people guessing.
Yeah. But
Wow.
anyway, I like diving into Bruce's psyche. Taking his Mustang.
Bruce sometimes reminds me of the when he gets into like kind of the Bruce character when he takes it to 1,000. Reminds me of it's like the older brother or cousin Rico from Napoleon Dynamite.
Uncle Rico, yeah.
It's like, man, when I was young, I was so cool.
Yeah.
For the record, I wasn't taking it to 1,000. That's exactly what I did for my prom.
That's why it's funny.
And I never thought it was cool.
Oh, it's okay.
Oh, and then Joel with actually good advice.
Hey,
The next one is just an example of probably the most important trend that happened this year, I'd say, across the whole channel.
okay.
And it was us kind of, we like to merge media sometimes.
We do, it's true.
So we got to explore something we're a little bit more interested in. William, if you were JFK, how would you have handled the Cuban Missile Crisis?
Better.
Kind of deep inside.
I think that is the Game of Thrones question.
Game of
of the week.
Thrones! All right, so if I were Jon Snow and I had trouble with the Night's Watch,
You would invite Fidel over.
I'd invite Phil.
You just gotta hash it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I think the Cuban Missile Crisis is a parallel
Game of Thrones.
for Game of Thrones
exactly.
and how they dealt with the wildlings.
Yeah, they could. You know, they could have done. Just take a Bruce Bolton.
Bruce Bolton?
No, you throw your own red wedding, but you call it the white wedding. You get a bunch of dudes over.
Billy Idol?
Really give Billy
What?
Idol a play.
No, there's gonna be jizz everywhere. White wedding. You ever been to a
Are
white
we
party?
talking about the Cuban Missile Crisis or Game of Thrones?
I
Huh?
thought we were talking about Cuban Missile Crisis, but viewed through the lens of Game of Thrones.
the HoloLens of Game of Thrones?
God damn it.
So yeah, there.
The only thing I could focus on was the camera in the background that eventually got stolen.
The only thing,
yeah.
wow, I forgot about that. The only thing I could
sad.
focus on was Marjorie Terrell. Man, is she hot.
So there were I made a lot of different intros for the Game of Thrones question of the week, but I think that was my favorite, just because I like the colors in it. The colors in it were good, and I did like a little effect with the camera.
It's nice.
Put a lot of work into
You
it.
put some freedom into the editing. I
Yeah,
like that.
there were some times where we just used what's his face getting his eyes gouged out, and Joel dancing at E3. But I think that one wins for the best.
Well, so we have a date, April.
Oh yeah, for Game of Thrones?
Game of Thrones coming back. Is that when we bring it back?
So you better start asking your questions of the week.
I was gonna say we're gonna have to start prepping for the premiere of the season. So
Prepping
April
for it?
may be too far. We might want to, how you would like to rewatch the last season of a television
So, like,
show before it
January,
comes back.
maybe?
So maybe like January 1st.
First, okay, all
Start
right.
asking
Start
those
asking about
questions.
Game of Thrones.
Akin?
I'm just there to say stuff. Elise, now that you're part of Funhouse, what is your imitation of Spool?
Awkward.
I'm looking forward to this one.
Don't hold back.
It's a lot like, I guess, the imitation everybody does. I'm gonna crush your pussy.
I know, why does he always say that?
Dice.
Catchphrase. Fool always says it. Disgusting. So gross.
Nuts, but why do you say that all the time? It's disgusting.
I would also have accepted Jewicide.
So my favorite thing about that is how Joel made it about him.
Man, so that was one of Elise's first videos, and that's when I knew she was a perfect fit.
Wait, you didn't know before you hired her? You took a pretty big gamble then if you didn't know. So the
let's-
next one.
This one says gay bar on it.
The next one, yeah, it's funny because we are not dealing with it, but it's from the open house, Our First Gay Bar. But the question was about our children's show, and if Funhouse had a children's
Why
show.
do we always talk about children?
I gotta stop.
They asked us, and so we just answered honestly. And I think this one we were actually pretty conservative and normal about a children's show. Meme wanker. What would the Funhouse children's TV show look like?
Do we have children's mascots that we have in the TV show?
Nope.
Remember, like Pee Wee had a television that talked, and he had
Oh yeah, it's
genie.
it's a giant double-sided dildo.
Okay.
It's like, hiya kids!
Yeah. But it's just
Welcome to the Swedish Gay
That's
Nightclub!
not a children's show.
trying to fly away.
That's not a children's show. We can't do that.
Well, they say, all right, first of all, who are we to decide what's wrong for children? Pee-wee had a television, right? But people say, oh, don't let kids watch too much
Television's bad,
TV.
right? Yeah.
So we could have a dildo, and people are like, oh, well, you shouldn't use dildos on kids. But we don't know that maybe that's not as bad as
Are you going to include all of this in the show?
I probably should.
You just said to use dildos on kids.
Booty, 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 dildos everywhere.
I'm starting to once you start stacking these back to back, you start to see like really break down what you've accomplished.
Yeah, going back to that thing I was saying earlier about how I'm gonna die one day.
Yeah.
That will exist forever.
Yeah.
I want to run for president at some point.
Yeah. If your platform is let's fuck children, you might have a shot.
Next question comes from Glooptown. How can I recover from video game exhaustion? It's been almost a year now. I find it very difficult to start a new video game, especially story-driven games. Has this ever happened to you, especially since you work in the industry?
I got this one.
Okay.
Cargo shorts, ska band t-shirts.
Oh yeah, that'll get you.
You'll be ready to go play video games.
Hey Dan, did you hear Real Big Fish is playing down the road?
Yeah, I would rather do anything other than go to that concert. So instead, I'm gonna stay home and play video games.
What are you doing? That is not how to skank. That is not how to skank. You go like
Hey. Wow, that's real cool.
I always thought
Oh, ska's terrible.
rock their legs. I always thought like
Well, they can do that too.
Yeah.
Bruce makes fun of me for tap dancing, and look at this idiocy.
Get it up, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up.
It just looks like someone trying to do the Charleston, which isn't cool, and then failing at that.
Hey, the Charleston is super cool.
Let's see it, Joel.
Which one's more gay, skanking or the Charleston?
I can't tell the difference at this point. You could do that at a Real Big Fish concert and no one would notice. Because no one's there.
So yeah, listen to ska music, and then you'll want to play video games real quick.
So I think what happens is sometimes we'll have discussions in the office before we record. We'll probably talk about ska music at some point, right?
Well, there's also, I think there's also a question that talked about like what I used to wear in high school.
Yeah, that was so that goes back to Bruce's idea of cool.
No, I never thought this was
ska band t-shirts, cargo shorts, and being Billy Zane. Oh boy, yeah.
This show is just basically becoming like a worst of Bruce. That's what it is.
No, it's not.
I would not say worst of.
It's
sad.
best
This
of.
is so sad.
This is best of stuff.
Oh man.
So yeah, I love ska dancing, especially when it leads to Joel looking like the scarecrow.
He's so good at it.
I don't know how his joints just are like jelly joints.
How does he do that?
They move all around. It's really good.
Next one.
All right, so Fudd Judd, that's a hell of a name. He says, Spool's always irking to be in open house, so this one's for him. If the Funhouse crew were animals, what would everyone be?
This one's for him.
Should we answer for Spool? Because he's not here.
Let's let Spool answer.
All right, everybody. Welcome to no, fuck. Hey guys, welcome to the Spool Show. This is me answering your questions here on Q&A. It's not even Q&A. It's something else. If the Funhouse crew were animals, I would say that Lawrence is an owl because he's wise. James is a monkey, definitely like a chimp. I would say Bruce is a skunk. Bruce is a skunk. Adam is a buffalo. No. Thanks for watching the Spool Show. See you next week.
Wow.
Yeah. So the Spool shows. I'm a big fan of the Spool Show.
And it's yet again a children's show.
Yeah.
We're always talking about children.
Yeah. Well, it's a demo. It's our demographic, I think.
No.
Well, the image you use of him too would definitely appear on like a sex offender's website.
It really was like a
I found the
mugshot.
absolute worst photo of Spool. Like, it wasn't a photo. The fan drew it. But
that's why.
They what
he's
they
like this.
used was like him liking a horrible face. But hopefully more Spool Show in the future.
Is this the best one? The last one?
And so these aren't best. These aren't worst to best or
okay.
anything. But then this last one stood out to me as just a big moment across all of Open House.
It really is.
T. Liger asks, in a 1v1 arm wrestle tournament between Funhouse and Achievement Hunter, who would you pit against whom, and would Funhouse win?
Oh boy.
Seriously, pound for pound, Funhouse is stronger than Achievement
Well,
Hunter.
that's
no doubt.
I think everybody already knew that.
No doubt.
Okay, I'm probably the Spool. You and I.
Look at Spool's little.
Spool goes to the gym.
I know,
Spool goes to the
but
gym.
I did arm wrestle Spool a couple weeks ago, and I beat him, which was surprising.
That's because you're better than me. Hold on, wait. That's not legit because I was not present.
Let's do it, Spool!
All right,
And it was
arm wrestle.
It was a lot of Spool. The angle was like this.
Oh, the angle, yeah. Oh, it's an angle.
We're using the stool.
Oh, Oh, okay.
Card table too.
We don't need a card table. We're using the stool.
I still gotta lay this.
I'll hold it.
Okay.
I'll hold it. So you guys watch out here. All right. You good?
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
When I pull my hands away, you go.
Yeah.
Ready?
Oh my gosh, look at him go! It's a dead heat! Look at him! It's a dead heat! Look at the red!
Holy shit! Holy shit!
That was an endurance match. All right, other arm. Let's go. We're good here, Bruce. We're good.
On the card table? Bruce, we're good. You want
We're
the
good
card
with the card table. All right. Shit. All right, you guys ready?
Yeah.
Oh, Spool's gonna win! Spool's gonna win! Turn it over on him! Turn it over, Spool! Turn it over! Turn it over! Draw back! Spool, get it! Bring it down! Oh, Spool! Yeah! Nice job!
Good game.
So something, achievement hunter, something.
Third arm.
Whatever, we're stronger.
Yeah, we're stronger. I just think that is a perfect metaphor for what we do, because someone asked us a question about our rivalry with a whole different group of people, and then we started infighting. We're like, well, I'll show you.
Well, it's because we're so confident. We know we'd beat Achievement Hunter.
Yeah,
We know
yeah,
we know we know.
absolutely.
I remember I was out for MC in London for that one. I missed. I actually enjoyed watching that one on the road, and I remember laughing hysterically.
Who'd you think was going to win, Joel or Spool?
I thought Spool was gonna win.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, Spool is left-handed.
Yeah.
Spool's left-handed.
Well,
That's why we had to do it
so,
both ways.
Joel goes to the gym. We just never see him. He's got a personal trainer with Lockjaw.
Federico.
Yeah.
Go do it, Troll.
Yeah. So he goes in the morning. But I always see Spool at the gym. So I just from based on what I see personally,
Yeah.
I thought Spool was gonna win.
Yeah.
Well, he did. He won his dominant hand, and then Joel won his dominant hand.
Yeah. Why didn't you guys do a third match?
We were going to. That was the third.
That Joel was trying to
That
pull
we're
out his
gonna do the
penis.
third
Oh,
arm
okay.
is gonna be the penis one. Yeah.
Sex at that point.
Sometimes I like to remove the context.
Well, thanks again for watching all year.
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
Yeah.
How many open houses have we done? You know? What are we at?
I think like 50 something.
We're almost at a
Or
year.
maybe 40, high 40s. I don't know.
Good job.
This one's
Hey.
number 100. I don't know.
Sure. Hey, we did it.
Why are we clapping for ourselves?
Thanks, everybody.
We don't need to
Thanks,
clap for
everybody.
ourselves. They watch. Why are we clapping for ourselves?
Thanks, everybody.
I have some fantastic news. I believe this episode, is airing on the air. Unfucking believable.
If you were the hero in a point-and-click adventure game, what two items would you combine to save the day?
A bucket of water and a newspaper that had the front page headline with JFK's assassination.
Specific.
So you could do papier-mâché.
Wait, is it because if you pour water and destroy the newspaper, then he never was assassinated?
He never exists.
That's how rules work.